The Volvo EC460CL is an excavator with an operating weight in the range of 48 to 50 tonnes. This review of the NZG model looks at three versions. Model 811 is in Volvo colours, Model 81101 is in the colours of Heinrich Loch of Germany, and 81102 is in the colours of the Dutch company Van Dalen. The Volvo branded box is a little bit unusual in that you can see the model inside, but there's no information about the real machine. And that's always a pity because there is space on the box to include some information. The box style is the same for all three versions of the model, and inside the cardboard outer sleeve, the model is contained between a couple of plastic formers. When you take the top piece off, you can get the model out, but as usual you need to be careful that you don't grab onto something that's delicate and might break. The model is complete out of the box, so there's no assembly to do, but NZG do helpfully provide a small bag of spare parts, including some track links. The only other thing to do is to take the elastic band off the tracks, and they are there because the track links are hooked together, not pinned, so they do separate very easily. There's no particular detail underneath, but although the counterweight is not removable, the attachment mechanism is modelled. The metal tracks have triple Grouser pads, and there are working rollers on the bottom of the track frame, which is a nice detail. The cab is high quality with slightly tinted windows and a good interior. The external detail includes mirrors, wipers and metal grab rails. The casting of the body is very good with excellent fine grills. The counterweight has the Volvo name cast in relief at the back. And round at the front, the hydraulics to the main boom lift cylinders are modelled really well. Looking down from above, the counterweight attachment gear is clearly visible, and there's a mirror too. Looking inside the body, the hydraulics equipment looks complicated and convincing, and the excellent detailing of the hydraulics continues on the boom and stick with rubber hose lines. The metal bucket is a high quality casting with good anti-wear plates on the side walls. The version of the model in the colours of Heinrich Loch of Germany looks pretty smart with its red colouring. There are some nice graphics and logos, and the overall effect is to provide an interesting variation to the normal Volvo yellow coloured model. The version in the colours of Van Dalen perhaps looks even more interesting because of its two-toned colour scheme, and there's rather more detail in terms of additional small graphics applied around the body. Trying the model out on the test track, there's too much friction in the tracks to roll on a smooth surface, but if you give them a hand with your fingers they do roll, although they are perhaps a little bit stiff. The track tension is maintained by a spring-loaded idler, but if you do take the tracks off, the links will separate. If we try the tracks out on a rougher surface, there's really still too much friction to roll smoothly. Rotating the body works as you would expect, and it's quite a stiff mechanism, so it'll maintain any pose that you set. Continuing the theme of stiffness, the boom, stick and bucket cylinders are all stiff, so they will hold any pose that you want to set. And the good news is that the range of movement is really very good. You can fold it right up for putting on a low loader, and it also opens up so the excavator can reach high up or far out. Although the bucket is not removable, it does have a very good range of movement, and it can fold right in or right out, whichever way you like. The Volvo also poses very well digging below track level. So if you wanted to build a diorama and pose the Volvo up on a big stockpile or perhaps on a bench, then it would look very good in that position. One very welcome additional feature on the model is the opening engine cover. This allows a detailed Volvo engine to be seen inside, and it's good that the hinge on the cover is small and doesn't detract from the look of the model. These Volvo models by NZG are high quality with very little plastic used. The details are very pleasing, the functionality is good, and overall they're highly recommended.